All right, folks, let's get to it. I hope you can hear me. How's the volume setting? Let's get to it. Oh, that's not what we want. Let's get to it. Here we go. Thank you. All right. Great to see everybody today. What's going on? Um, let's just kick it out of the way. You guys can hear me, right? I need a little something in the chat. Let me know, guys. Are you able to hear me? Okay, great. Thanks, Alex. I didn't get a good start on the entry or the intro, but here we go. What's going on? Great to see everybody. Thank you. Oh, let's not waste any time. Guys, get over to harmonictrader.com, become a basic member, and join our webinar on the 21st, June 21st, crypto webinar. And you do that by getting the software. So send your TradingView username to hpc at sr-analyst.com. 14-day free trial. Everything else is there. I don't want to spend too much time on that today, but get with it. Tell your friends, hit subscribe, hit the like, and let's get to it. Listen, I hear a lot of discontent out there in the world. People are just looking for this thing to rocket when, it tried yesterday. And I think we got to dial it back to this daily time frame and just maybe adjust our expectations till we blow out that pattern. I think that's probably the best way to handle the situation going forward, because meanwhile you have a lot of altcoins going down, not doing much. Let's get into that. So Bitcoin's like this, and on Tuesday we were here saying 66K, and we would do the return move. Almost got there literally in a day. We were looking for 71K. Almost got there in a day. Looks like there's your zone. But now we're right back. The problem with this price action is there's no confirmation. So nothing yet to completely get us to where we need to be, and starting to think that this thing probably going to take a little bit more time. Yeah, we're at 66. Now squeezed between 66 and 71,000. But we probably, we're so close to triggering HSI that I'm probably going to look for a little dip down and come in there and try to register something on the daily. So keep in mind that that is pretty much why we're not doing anything. Where's the moon? Where's moon phase? It's not here yet. We're going to have to probably trigger that as well. Get oversold. We're not oversold yet. Still reaction territory, and actually the retest to 71K, because we just hit that level, would be the best scenario. I was really thinking that with yesterday's candle, it was starting to rock. I thought really, okay, we might get a 3-bar breakout, and probably posted it right at the high, right around 69.5, to get back up into the zone. What we want to see is that. I should pull up the tweet. Yeah, I think it's, we're all in a window of expectation here that we see it happening with the NASDAQ, and, amazing jump in just 2 weeks. And that's the kind of thing you're looking for on Bitcoin, crypto, Bitcoin specifically. Bitcoin, because this is all about a Bitcoin cycle, Bitcoin allocation, Bitcoin driving it, Bitcoin bringing in institutional dollars. But let's forget all that. Let's just look at the chart. What would be the best signal? I mean, obviously to keep heading up, but because we have HSI back here, we're still going to consolidate. That's my opinion, that we can't continue. We really, last week's inability to make a higher close, it's just going to take more time. That's the way I look at it. And we had a real shot yesterday or Tuesday to start something, and then no, it just kind of rolls right back on us. So, and that's fine. I mean, it's not going to happen. I think the 21st is still the ideal time frame where you get another 10 days, 10 days of this slop, 10 more days of this slop to the 21st. So just be aware of the fact that why nothing's happening yet, because we're stuck in this bearish pattern. Type 1, we would want to see a type 2 to return it. But I think with what's happened, probably the last 3 or 4 days, this breakdown, we're looking at more time. More time and lower. 66, a clean, thorough test. You're 66.5, 66.7 at the moment. But I just think time-wise, she's not ready. If we couldn't do it yesterday, like yesterday should have been a bullish close, strong, taking out the prior high, and we should be already back in the zone. That's not the kind of response off of target 1 you want to see. Just be aware of that. Yeah, we'll get to NASDAQ in a couple minutes here. I just want to go over the big crypto and share some insights on what do we need to be looking forward to here in the next 10 days. Can we get to the 21st without any catastrophe? Here we have crypto total market index. Now this is more of the kind of HSI phenomenon and situation that we want to see. So looks like this. We did a type 1, screwed around a little bit. We completed the pattern way back in May, but finally get down here. There's HSI with the arrow. Today's the check back. So finally, that's the kind of event you want to look for. HSI hit. Actually, that was 2 days ago. Yesterday we registered. Today we checked back. 2 green candles, folks. So more patience. More patience, because you need 2 more green bars. You'll get development before the major moves, so don't worry. Yeah, here's you go back to the last HSI signal. Come back here, and we were down here at 59K, and people were jumping out of windows. But it's like this, the check back. Okay, 1 candle, not that day, not that day. Finally, yellow dot, and then you have a retest of that low. And that's the same kind of thing you want to look for, just at a slightly higher level. This was 59. Yeah, for Bitcoin, and like 2.17. Now we're thinking somewhere right here, 2.33 trillion. Gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. Need that to really just stabilize. It can be 2 mild bullish candles. It's all you need, but you need them for sure. We need to see some mildly bullish price action. Today's disappointing. I have to say that is disappointing. All right, couple more. The big ones like BNB. And this is critical because you have major patterns on the weekly here, and this means something. So not so, there it is. I'm not so concerned yet. It's a massive shark pattern on the weekly, almost perfect at the hop, 724. Truly remarkable. Okay, overshoots the zone, but not by much. Is this a shark to 5-0? We'll know next week. We'll know. I mentioned this last time, and again, I just think we're going to have to be aware of this type of thing. I would think like the biggest move would be to screw people in BNB right now. If this fails, if that's a failure to break out, which it very well could be, with the big shark pattern, you're looking at something that's, probably done for now. Gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. Literally Sunday night, if you close under 600 and then you start leaking here under these lows, under 590, especially under like 570, then look for a target one, shark to 50. So that's no moon phase. That's a pullback phase. That's a shark to 50 phase. And then resume, but look, if that's it for now on Binance Coin, that's a weekly. We are, what are we, 3 months plus in here? You can't break out. You can't break to all-time new highs. You can't close above all-time new highs, which is above 680. Then it's not ready on this move. A couple more. Just because it's a big cap, it's not anything special in my opinion, but Cardano is another one where we've been looking at 38 cents forever. I think we're going to get it. And I would do that. Here's a shark. Okay, right in the last month of trading on the 4-hour chart. Hop level around 40 cents. And we had, what do we have here? We had a couple of patterns. Sorry, I had a KuCoin crab. So nice deep crab on KuCoin. But that's your XA level 38. Not to mention, look, we hit the pattern. That's the big 1618. Where's your confirmation? It's not there. There's no confirmation. Reaction, overbought. Overbought plus dot. Rolling back down. There's only one place for that to go. 38. That's been the number all along, but now we're going to tag it. Couple more. We got to look at things that I've mentioned recently that are great, but again, another need a dot. Here's scale. Okay, perfect. Now today is going to be the day where we get a dot, and look at this, 6 cents right at the hop. It's a perfect type 2. I told you guys last time I started early at 7.4. Now we get the hop today. We hit the hop. Now we're going to get the dot today. Here's the zone. And listen, I was ready to hit this thing back at 8 or 9 cents. I mean, let's go, right? Just throw it in, just FOMO. No, let's not do that. Let's exercise some discipline, at least looking on to the right of that yellow bar. But the hop level's holding 1-2 days there, and then a turnaround breakout. Dare I say, 3-bar breakout above 665. That's how to be identifying turnarounds, triggers, type 2s. And that's got it. And there's a couple that I had mentioned before. The other one, which was, it was just a ways away. Now it's a stone's throw away, as they say. H-bar. Big news, some kind of institutional involvement. Spike it up to 17, come all the way back, lose half your value. But we know that the bat pattern's a type 2 at 7.6. We do have the yellow dot today at a higher level, but retest that open. Retest the entire range, which is like 8.7. So I think we probably have a final retest, but this is like so many of these with the secondary patterns. Oh, here's another one. Again, stuff that, look, it did the retest. Akash Network. It looked like it was going to a zillion. Well, guess what? Not so fast. This is a harmonic pattern framework in action, and we'll talk a lot about this on the seminar, at the seminar on the 21st. Probably just reinforcing the strategy. Typically, we would look for it like this. Type 1 reaction, come all the way back down immediately. Oh, but what happened? Took more time, went back up. That's fine. We still want type 2s. Still want type 2s. And there it is, 3.08. Akash Network, that was a remarkable run off the pre-halving run. Where's, 50 cents to $6, 12x. Well done. Now, 50% correction. We're looking for the dot down here, and it could be as low as the hop level at 210, but you're in your area. So call this the ballpark, that larger zone. Now we want to pinpoint inside of that zone, and just let's bring up the indicators. What are they doing? Where's amplified? All the way down here at a 9 level. No inflection up yet. That's a couple of days away. And today, trying to enter the zone again. So we're probably the weekend away for Akash, but use it, memorize it, print it out, put it on your wall, because it's exactly why we're waiting on dots. And what was the other one? Oh, I forgot to talk about this last time, because remember we were looking on Bonk, all the crazy meme coins. Bonk needed a dot. We had this pattern, okay, beautiful bat pattern, and we were talking about this last week, that we had an HSI. The check back was 315, but now we needed 2 days. There it is. There's the Bonk dot, with the actual trigger of that at 2.7. All right, 27 thousandths of a penny. I'm going to have to, I keep saying I have to look that up, but I will. I promise I will. I'll get it right. I'll ask my 5-year-old. He probably knows more about that type of stuff. Seriously though, dot. What's that mean? Daily oversold. Anything on a 4-hour perhaps that would send this back for a retest? Alternate bat. I'd say there's a few things here. We're all around this 260 level. Not nice, not the kind of ideal thing. I thought we had something a little bit lower here. Thought I had something around 240. Regardless, use the big daily pattern, and I think T2 at 245 is your lower range for this zone. But that's what's happening. That's why, we're not getting anything to moon, because you need to get some dots. You need to get some T2s. Now talk about dots and T2s. This is probably the biggest looping dot T2 out there, which is Avalanche. Big type 1 move for the pre-halving surge. Come all the way back down. 28's the number. I'm going to stay with it until we get there. Okay, a lot of these T2s coming into play. That, guys, this is what I'm waiting for. I want to see this kind of stuff happen. It's the ideal type 2. Alchemy Pay, ACH, another low floating T coin. Depends on your feed. It looked that was a T2 on Binance, but not most of the other ones are looking for this type of retest. I wouldn't even necessarily concern myself so much with the exact crypto as the pattern situation. We see that pattern. Type 1 rolls over for the retest. Type 2. So if you have your favorite pair, favorite crypto, and it's like Akash Network or some of these others, that's what you're looking for. I can look at Near Protocol. That's another one. That was doing pretty well. Yeah, look, Beauty. Bat pattern on near, but let's check back that HSI. XA level $6. HSI is 587. It's, what was that? Hold on. That's on Binance, but not on Coinbase. Not on, you got oversold. The pattern's only on Binance. That's a shame. But it's still lower. It's under 6. Where'd that go? It's the perpetual contract on Binance. But let's get a dot. I mean, it's pattern, HSI, and then a dot for the trigger go. And that's where we are here. Couple more. What's up, Pons? The Pons is in the house. Lieutenant Ponzi himself. What's going on? Crypto.com. Let's take a quick gander at that. CRO. Yeah, and there's things there. That one too. Really close. It just, you're going to need some confirmation. Look at that. Beautiful butterfly. Daily chart. Okay, we're HSI checking back now, but you still need one more bullish day. One more bullish candle before that can even be considered as an opportunity. And I talked about what makes those so important. Patterns are great. Patterns with confirmation are best, and they're actionable. Patterns on by themselves, you know, you can take a shot, but I'd rather have confirmation. So you're going to have something like this happen where you retested that. You did a 2-day move up. Now you're retesting it. Like 10 cents is the line, certainly. But we need one more green candle for that one as well. Hold on. 1 second. It's all right. You're just at that spot with all of this. I mean, remember this one I mentioned? It was a couple of weeks ago, and it was type 1 all over the place. And it's spell. I mean, look at that. Normally that would be, I would say, if that's any other market, I would say, oh, that's garbage. But this was a hell of a move. All right. The only thing is I became like a deer in headlights at 143. I got up to 140. I was like, oh, this could just do a type 1 explosion through. Nope. 3 days later, it was a total breakdown. I was out. Told you guys I was out. And now the full retest at 7.7. Excuse me. Not 7.7. 7 thousandths of a penny. 7.7 thousandths of a penny. That's how you do that. If you are 1 decimal, it's a tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So it's hundreds. I'll probably make a video on that and teach you guys some 3rd grade math. Everything is almost ready, Pons. I agree. But it's, look, we need some dots. You don't need huge up action. You just need green bar, pin bar, turnaround stabilization action. Here's Solana. Did the type 1, did the type 2. That's Binance too. That's lots of volume. But anything else here? Not quite, not yet. I wouldn't say that's another daily oversold 4-hour situation. Here is the 4-hour. Okay, 4-hour. And I think Solana is very tradable. I mean, you know, go on a 4-hour chart. Super reliable levels. Oh, it already, are you kidding me? It already did the T1. We're at T2 already on that 4-hour. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, that was Tuesday. T2 bat pattern that happened Tuesday night. Dot goes up for the T1. Reaction, 7 bars later, you're back down. There's T2. That's the 1-2 action. And that's something that, folks, get the software and work with the charts and get yourself trained. People ask me, like, how do you learn this stuff? How do I put it into force, into action? Understand the basics of the patterns. Understand reaction reversal, not only phenomenon, but conditions and strategies that make it actionable. We expect that move, that type of reactive move. Can it blow through target one? Yes. But if it doesn't blow through target one, I mean, immediately as it's hitting the level, that tells you something. You got to monitor. Now we're back for the T2, but I need confirmation somewhere here. Where are we on that chart? Nowhere yet. Nowhere yet. This could go as low as 134 before we register the next HSI. We have to exercise extreme patience. Extreme patience. A couple others. What's going on, folks? More people trickling in. Great to see him. Mateo, Phil, what's up? Caught you many a shows, many a night. Carthago, Claire, Ownage Juice. I like that. That's hilarious. Poopsie. Yes, Tesla is getting some life. Finally. Is Tesla going to do an Apple? It very well could. I think Tesla's pumped, priming, ready to go. Marcin, what's happening? He's asking, are all these tokens utilized for anything? I don't think so. I don't treat crypto as any of like investment grade quality. We're here to speculate for, this is in my opinion, crypto is kind of the it's a conglomeration of stock price action and with options and a little like shot of futures mixed in. But if they don't move, we're sitting on a wall, quite frankly, which is what's been happening. Some select crypto moving, but a lot of the stuff that popped rolled back over for these T2s, just like that. Talk about things not moving. Not moving. Why would I want to talk about that? Just because someone's inevitably going to say, what about XRP? XRP is just a flounder at 48. It's a flounder. Need a dot. Whoa, that 4 hour was a deep crab down there. The big zone is this 47 to 52. That's been the whole time. There's a couple of patterns there. 51 on that crab. The hops is 47. Anything under 52 still is valid territory, but we know the deal. XRP needs an ETF, and they need the SEC to the GTFO out of Washington. You need regime change, folks, to get the whatever, to get those people off their back. But that's coming. That's coming. I think we've got a lot to look forward to. Couple others. Things that aren't moving. Talk about render. The AI getting clipped or got clipped. Ocean, FET, AGIX. Here's render. 4 hour pattern. Yeah. Great. Type 2. Yeah. Coming in. But that's back at $8. Daily oversold. Yes. Now remember, we had some things in render. Had a Gartley. And this is kind of like Bitcoin at this, maybe 2 weeks or 10 days ahead of Bitcoin. Retracement pattern off the high. Render might want to come back for the shark. Hate to say that. I'm still holding render. But, longer term. But I wouldn't be surprised to see that. A lot of these that are coming back, right? When are we going to moon? After we do type 2s. You need some type 2s. Here's another one of these, Ronin. It's a new one on Coinbase, and I've mentioned that before. Don't go to sleep on this stuff. My goodness, no. We still want to be alert. Ronin, new Coinbase asset listed. Now, we're going to get a pattern here. I've got my potential patterns turned off. But it's it's at 250. It would be a big deal. And that's daily. Not to mention daily dot. 4-hour pattern. Couple back here, right at that level, 250, 248. So do not get dismissive and stay on top of it. Or just come here and listen to me rant. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 12 noon, 12:15. Happy to do so. Listen, let's talk really quick about the 21st. So on the 21st, we're doing doing the next installment, the crypto webinar. Let me do it this way. And what the objective of that is, here we go. Okay, Crypto Launchpad, June 21. The goal of this is to filter out all the garbage, find the T coins that have value, and build a T coin portfolio starting the 21st. We'll update the main portfolio, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum and a couple others. Probably make some adjustments. But then we're going to build a T coin portfolio. And then and remove big cap crypto that's not doing anything. Because we're seeing that, all right? We're seeing that. You're seeing stuff like, so what is really moving? And why are people still jazzed about crypto? It's because you've got the likes of lesser known things like Brett. I've talked about Brett and Myro. Okay, Brett is probably done now. And that was amazing. We were on Brett down here at 3 or 4 cents. Where was the shark? I think it was on sorry. No, it was on, I think it was on KuCoin. Bear with me. This was another one. Brett was a new one. There it is. It's on CoinX. We were talking about Brett because a couple of months ago I just said, look, these new listings are coming out. They're trading for a little while, and then they usually settle out and give you some kind of nice retracement pattern. Well, there you go. I mean, Brett 3 to 19, but now you're 14. So you're only like 4x off the low in a month. Can you handle? That's crypto, but that's crypto for now. And that's crypto, I would say that's it for Brett. Brett's done. And the other one is Myro. Myro done too. Myro. Where's Myro? Down here on the M's. Myro, beautiful type 1 up to target 2. Come on back all the way to 13 cents, guys. If you were on that, listen, this is part of the optimization. This is like spell. This is like scale when they can't get through target 2s. You might not capture this, but certainly when it goes sideways in the zone and especially breaks the trend line. Geez, that's from Harmonic Trader. 25 years ago, that little technique. You know, off the zone, you break the trend line, you're out. So, I mean, that's amazing. Got a shout out for this one. Okay, Mother. A lot of hype. Oh, hold on. And I think this is representative of the kind of crypto that is catching a bid. And it's new. It came out new. And this is Mother Iggy. Yeah. I'm not going to make any comments, nor should any of us. Okay, Mother Iggy's got a big Gartley here at 22. So I'm going to have to share that with folks. But these crazy crypto, okay, if it's Myro or Mother or whatever, these are the ones to be tracking at this point. Because until Bitcoin is going to run and is above 75,000, this is the type of stuff that's going to move. It's relatively new. Okay, it comes out and then bang. I think this was something on it was either an hourly or 4 hour. Yeah, I'm not right now, no. But caught my eye for certain reasons, and that's all I'll say about that. But big shout out to Mother Iggy and this remarkable move. So these are not on Coinbase. Some are on Binance. I think you got to get on KuCoin and MEXC. The Pons knows all about that. I've been asking him, like, okay, how can I get these? Grab these, especially when they get hot. So I'll be looking for new listings, and anyone else that has a run on new listings too, please let me know. But let's get back to patterns. So here's Maple. All the way back down. Maple's another one, 4-hour patterns. Daily oversold, not yet, but look at the type 2 coming in. Almost type 2. Didn't get the target 1. But you get the picture here. We have patterns. Either 4-hour or even daily. We're getting oversold on the daily. That's our recipe. Daily oversold, 4-hour patterns or some variation therein. And then we look for the dot and we go. We talked about dot last time. So let's check that out. Couple more. Sure, let's go to Filecoin. And then I got to get off these, get to some real markets like stocks, like semiconductors. Filecoin, this is a flat line. It's another pattern here, but isn't there, I think we covered this last time. It's a big pattern. Yeah, right there, 540. Need another oversold trigger, but clearly responding. It's not like all these people are aware of harmonic patterns. All the users, they should all have the software, in my opinion. In fact, anybody that's here should own the software. If you don't have the software and you need some help with it, let me know. I'm happy to extend a trial if you want, 30 days, but you got to contact me directly. And you can send me an email at harmonictrader@gmail.com, folks. That's if you want another trial or you want a deal or you want to come to the webinar. You guys know how I roll. I'm not going out of my way to flag people down to come. You're either here, you get it, or you're doing something else. But we know why we're here. Cash. Cash money, as they say. But Filecoin's not ready to cash. Not yet. Need another dot. Can we get a dot? Because this is just going to screw around for a while. We'll get back to target 1 someday. But this is just some busted price action, that's all. It's busted because you're not getting allocation into Bitcoin. Need Bitcoin running like a river. A couple others. Folks, Doge. You tell me. What do you guys think of this? You got 1, 2, 3 here. 3 HSI. There and there. Yesterday's HSI. 13.5. Daily oversold, check. 4-hour patterns. We did the retest. There you go. Where are my 4-hour patterns, people? There they are. It's just computers running super slow. Look, another bat pattern. So who's in? Anything under 14 cents? Dare I say 13.5 cents for Doge? And that's got to hold. So I need to see immediate development. No more screwing around. No, sir. Doge, it can go sideways. It just can't go down anymore. You want this. You want it to build off of there and get moving and get itself not only back to like 16. I'm talking it's time to go back to 20, 21 cents. Thank you, James. Appreciate that. James, make sure you contact me and get with the webinar for the 21st. Appreciate that ownage juice. And again, guys, if you want to get with the software, send me an email directly, harmonictrader@gmail. I'll get you set up, get this crew set up. That's right. Let's cash. But tell you what, we can only cash when the market's ready to be cashed. And I've said that many times. Okay, you have to trade, you have to trade the market and be ready to trade the market when it's ready to be traded. What the hell does that mean? From a harmonic pattern perspective, it means pattern completion, it means HSI, and then it means a dot with a trigger. Like here, T1 designation, arrow, dot, you start looking right after that dot. The dot level is around 1440. XA retest level around 14 cents. Create yourself an execution window and go. Use the pattern parameters, including hop level, beyond there for stops. I need to do more of that. That is the goal here as we move forward into the summer. Do more trading style stuff. Yeah, let's get to NASDAQ, because look, who heard me talk about NASDAQ for the last many weeks? The run for the summer rally to the summer top. By the way, we have changed contracts. We're into September now. We moved from June to September contract. So that difference is about 200 points. But it doesn't matter. Listen, we've been looking for the move to 20K. And it's like this 20K. Okay, there, your 1618. Right there on this contract, it was 19,910 of the last ditch down. So we're already at the 1618 of the March-April decline. And again, people were ready to jump out of windows back in March and April. I didn't understand it. I think it's just a lot of narrative swaying people one way or another. Got to stick to the measurements. Absolutely. I mean, check this out. Big reason why you folks are here is to just watch me highlight specific relationships. And if I do that a few times, light bulb's going to go on in your brain where you start to say to yourself, okay, yeah, not only is the market measurable, but that's how I strategize entries, strategize opportunities. Because remember that was a 618. Exact 618 there, retracement from the year, followed by a reciprocal 1618. So this is measurements for 2024, and it's been a perfect ABCD. That's January, first day of January. A, B, C, D. Basic structural ratio measurements that serve as the framework. So we're up here. Okay, you're hitting some levels. What are we looking for? Well, probably the next HSI to trigger there. Not yet. Also, our amplified. It's still overbought. I mean, it's overbought, but it's still up in the zone. So we could spend a few more sessions easily into next week or more until we roll out. And I dare I say it's like where we were back here in December. Big thrust up, consolidate, digest the gains a few sessions, and then resume. That's what we're doing. Weekly level is like this for the futures. Okay. But remember, we're now adjusted for the new contract. This hop level on the weekly for this contract, the September 2024 contract, hop level was 19,808. We're there. No confirmation, but we're there. Where's HSI? Just starting to make a move up. That's a big deal. In fact, that suggests we have a long way to go. And look at what's going on with Amplified. You're hitting overbought now. I'm interested in next week. What's going to happen next week? This 19,808, you are sitting on that level right this second. You're right there. Okay, I'm not concerned about it. Let's see what happens next week with, do we continue and just go on a blow-off move? Or are we going to consolidate here? Also, just perspective. It's kind of the purpose of this program, to really cut to the chase of all the different instruments and time frames and just look at what's most critical so we have a clue where this is going. Guys, what's that? You know, I mean, that's just massive breakout all time. Okay, look, there's the prior high breakout. This is a monthly chart as well. Beautiful continuation. Beautiful. You hit the all-time high retest. That's back in February, and you pause for 3 months, and now this month it's just a massive 3-bar continuation. And why not we just seal the deal now and we make that move to the 1618. Here we go. That's been the plan all year. Probably, I'd say 9 months or more now. We're looking for this type of situation. That 1618's 22.2 for this chart. It's certainly over 20,000. On this chart, it's 22K. Get used to NASDAQ 100 index above 20K. I think everyone's kind of targeting that now. That's been the nature of this run for the last 2-3 weeks, especially once we were able to break out. Yeah. Looking for the summer peak. Could it be 22K? That's only another 10% rally from current levels. Maybe this takes us till September into the election, but it is that strong. Remarkable. And then the Qs, you guys, I highlighted this. Been talking about this forever. 475. What's the number? 505. Kind of just repeating myself here, but it's important to do so each step of the way. There, and then 1618. 1618 on this. Is that 490? It's 490. Huh. All right, if that's 490, I don't know why I was saying 505. I'll have to come back to that. Why? I've been forever saying 505. Maybe the 1902 overshoot. I have to come back to this. The 1902 overshoot of that is around 530. All right, I'll deal with 490. I'm fine with 490. 490 by September. 490 by the end of the month, maybe. Let's see. Yeah. That's how to frame it out. And I don't, you know, every pullback, every hourly pullback has really been amazing opportunity here. I'm just trying to get this regression channel because this is the other situation that everyone should be considering. Look, we will have retracements at these levels. I mean, it's not going to go on up straight forever. We'll have a pause at 490. We'll have a pause at 525. But this larger monthly train track to price discovery is not stopping anytime soon. You know, we could stretch that all the way out. But that will continue. And look, go back to our precedent, which is last decade. This has got a lot of similarities to last decade, where you did just a steady regression channel for years. Last decade was probably even more boring, but it's like that. Riding that channel, this is another one. That's a new one. And I would say that this needs to really pop off, go parabolic. What would be a parabolic move of this whole deal, and I've said this before, thinking about this as something for the second half of the decade. Okay, and I've seen it. You know, you go into a massive parabolic move like a 314 move off of some kind of correction. We've done it before. It looks like that. But that's a long-term multi-year consideration. I just want to focus on 490, then 530, and find out why I've been saying 525 forever. Maybe it was the SPY. SPY. Don't know, but there's the monthly 50. There's monthly SPY at 541, and just continuing. SPY was this is daily level. There you go. And total failure of that dot. It's what's going to happen here is this dot and that little pause is a lot like here. You go back to February on the daily, you had a dot, pause, consolidate, and then continue. Pause, consolidate, then continue. Those are clear signs of this being breakout continuation. Let's just continue the run, and look how steady it's been. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Now, yes, this is super top heavy, and you've got the mega caps really ruling the roost here. NVIDIA every day is a new high. Where is it going? This is a 314. It's a perfect example of a 314. And that 314 is where'd you go? It's like 150, guys. 150, currently 127. That would be an ideal move. And then here's perspective. I mean, look at that. Remember that pattern way back when? August of 23? It's not even a year ago. You're up 300%. Going for more. That's a beauty. A couple others that I want to highlight that are ideal scenarios. One or two things. Where I wrote a couple things down. So I'm looking for other things related in the semiconductor area. And we brought up a couple semis last time. Here's a few more. J-bill circuit. Okay. Nice steady uptrend. Look at the type 2 going on here. Gartley, 112. And this is more of the type of patterns I want to be capturing. Because why? You're in an uptrend. You're continuing after a retracement where you want that acceleration of what's happening now. That's daily. Here's the weekly. There you go. I mean, it's already done a heck of a move. That was 20 at the low, and now you're 120 in 5 years, but we know what's happening in the sector. I mean, SMH is just like NVIDIA, it's just remarkable. 265 now. And NVIDIA, the 2618 extreme levels are still like 280 or even, dare I say, 314, 320. And I think you stay with the semis. Nothing's changed. We have been talking about the semis as the area in tech to put yourself, and that's going to continue. Couple more. Couple more. Some that I've mentioned previously, like Autodesk, and these are probably lesser known creatures, tech entities, but look, hop level 214, there's a whole bunch of things on the weekly, also the daily. Okay, trying to come out of this zone here at 210, 209. I mean, really nice. There's a bunch of these that have been setting up like this. The other thing that is working, things that are working in this market that I really are important to highlight because not all patterns are the same. It's like this. First, let's look at Apple. What was Apple? Apple's amazing. With that 2 days, you basically made up for 2 years of lackluster action in 2 days. But it was a bat down there at 167. Okay, no problem. Our target has always been 225 for Apple, and that just is awe-inspiring. That's just remarkable. Trend continuation, go, go, go. Next one, 618, 314. You know, that's easily 220, 230, 250. It's undeniable. Here's the other one, Tesla, guys. Finally, right? Can we do something from here? 183, can we get out of that downtrend with a couple of different patterns? Couple of different patterns. That's what you're looking for. Next wave, next generation type deal. Got to break out. Almost got there. You kissed 190 today. But I think Tesla's in that spot. It's worth a look. That's it's not the same as some of these others that are deep oversold. Here's something a little bit different. I've talked about this a couple weeks ago. Cadence design. So we have a weekly continuation, and we have a yellow dot that's going to happen this week. Remember this back at 280? Okay, we're down here on the shark at 280, now 307. That's the kind of creature I want to be looking for in terms of tech. They're not all the same, but look, it's trending aggressively. You get a inside retracement here. Some yellow dots on the daily oversold, and patterns, and then you go again. One or two more like this. Datadog. This is brand new. Datadog is, no, sorry, it was Dash. So Dash has got patterns here around 108. It's just a high level move. There's the low in 2022. Up to 140, nice 20-30% correction, and a continuation. There's some perspective for you. Continuation in this uptrend. That, let me make this bigger. That pattern there, okay, absolutely beautiful, ideal retracement within the uptrend. I don't have HSI that's in the same area. So if this did a 1 and 2, I wouldn't be surprised, but it does have all the things we want to look for in that kind of situation. Uptrend, moving, continuing. You know, it's not like, let me show you one it's a little bit different. Here's Snowflake. Again, you have a lot of these tech, second level, second tier tech. Just look at that. Okay, yeah, you're oversold, but where's the trend? Here's the weekly, even better. I mean, you've got patterns down here. Okay, but your long-term trend is down. I would rather be looking for stuff that's, you know, trending like crypto, retracement, retracement, go, retracement, go, that kind of a thing. You're not there. I like what's happening here on Snowflake. It's a massive pattern, but I need to see a couple of weeks turnaround. It's a different situation than a lot of others that are trending, you know, Cadence Design or Regeneron. Well, maybe not Regeneron, not really a pullback in Regeneron. That's just a monster. There was one other one. Does it take two interactive? Well, that's a really nice weekly pattern down at the low, but it wasn't that. Come back to this. Well, Meta, yeah, and look at Meta's above 500 again, guys. It's above 500. The point being, every one of these daily dots bullish have been to be aggressively bought. Yeah, Broadcom is, let's look at that because that is story stock of the day. And that was up a lot higher. But we were talking about, remember this? Broadcom and the daily HSI? That was 1300. You hit 17 this morning. So let's do that some more. Why not? Let's find more of those. Applied materials. And if we're going to go like this is the thing to look forward to in the next set of earnings. Now, earnings for a lot of these aren't now till July or August, but that's an important trigger. Just like that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Every one of those. You were higher, if not much higher, 30 bars later. And that and ASML. I mean, ASML it's a high level. There was a high level crab at 867, now 1,000. A couple others. I mentioned ARM last time, and that's looks like it's going to break out. I mean, that's ARM Holdings related to NVIDIA. A couple others that were kind of escapes me at the moment. Oh yeah, here's another one, Intuit. Intuit, it's a kind of an obscure bat pattern here in type 1 all the way back down. I'm looking more at this. So 566, you're 590. I expect this thing to kind of stabilize for a little while down here. But that's another retracement pattern in an aggressive uptrend. Continuing. And that's not going to stop. Look at that. All the bearish patterns were just type 1s and then continued higher. Yeah, Intel. What's up, Disciplined Freedom? Yeah, Intel is a great long-term, both daily pattern and weekly pattern. But it's not KLAC. It's not ASML. It's not NVIDIA. It's a turnaround play. It's going to take a long time, but you've got daily stuff. Your weekly stuff is all there. So you're buying this a long-term playa, as they say. You're looking for a weekly dot, and you're expecting this thing is going to take a year or more to really get going. You know, get it back above 40 is the idea here. But that's a different creature than those others that have been aggressive continuations, buy on every retracement. Let me give you a few more, and then I'm out of here. Home builders. Okay, home builders, massive run off the 2022 low. But if you go back in history, I mean, it's just, we've seen this a few times. Okay, so this is, dare I say, that's already parabolic in nature. But is it really in terms of measurements? Here's Toll Brothers. And looks like this. Come on, where'd you go? Hold on. Toll Brothers. This is what I mean by generational 314 moves. Okay, 2618 is right there. You're getting close. 314 is like 142. 3618 is a stretch higher. That's how you should be thinking about these stocks. 161. It's a massive cycle move. You're close to the top, but you still have ways to go. Okay, you're almost at a 2618. That puts you into extreme territory. 140, 160. You're looking for that to do that kind of a thing. Notice for these long-term moves, and the reason why I show you is because it's to help you kind of understand the character at each level. There's a 1618, all-time, monthly 1618. A little bit of a pause for a few months, and then a breakout where you go from, in short order here. There's all-time 1618 at 81, and then go straight up. Okay, I'm looking at that closely. Daily, we're still looking for continuations, okay? But long-term weekly, if this thing goes ballistic, and let's say we're 150, 160 soon, that might be it for the cycle. I mean, it's probably one of the strongest sectors, period, but they are just mooning. Here's Taylor Morrison. That's another one. Pausing up here, but daily HSI, bullish with bearish pattern. We should go back and return and resume. Okay, look at these. Don't shy away from these thinking that the pattern is an end all be all. I mean, look, type 1 there, bang, kind of a sloppy 2, but why not do it again? Type 1, somewhere around 56, where you are right now, go back 61, 63. Oh, here's another one that in the semiconductor, Global Foundries. Now, a little bit different, not trending, but it's a 2 of 2 with a dot. Just happened on Tuesday's close. Look for the retest. 47.32. That's a big deal. Even if it's just a run from 46 back to 53 or so, that's in a perfect situation. I'm looking for those kind of 2 of 2 situations, no matter what. I would prefer the trenders, but that's still fine. Yeah, we can look at those. Sure. Before I move on, one or two. Wolf, TerraWolf, and for the miners, look at that. TerraWolf, nice. I like to see those move. TerraWolf as a bat right at the low. These miners, I get the sense that they're not created the same. And anybody that wants to help me or can shed some advice, info, what makes one miner? Why is TerraWolf mooning when Riot is stuck in a zone? I mean, Riot's been this type 2 all along. Riot and Mara, CleanSpark, they've all been on our radar forever, but maybe some of these others we need to look at, like TerraWolf, or what's the other one? SDIG. SDIG was another low floater type thing. Yeah, I mean, look, you got patterns all the way left here, but hasn't started to move yet. Every time you hit 265 or 325, that looks like a buy. It hasn't moved. You need Bitcoin to run. You need Bitcoin to fly. Lower cost versus higher cost. Wolf has better. Thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate that. Keep an eye on that one. Yeah, Mateo, what's happening? Yes, Monster. We talked about that last time, and that's now in the zone, right, where we wanted to size it up with the daily retest here. Daily, you had some on the 4-hour. The daily's like this with hop level. You're retesting right now. Hop level's 48.25. XA minimum 50.98. So you're there. What's not happening? You need a 3-bar breakdown, breakaway, breakout. I mean, look, there is, that would be the level here, right around 50. But I like that. It's probably also, you have a weekly something or other. Yeah, look, there's the weekly. And we need a weekly dot. Look, weekly's checking back there and there. We're going to get 2 dots, but it might be 2 weeks away. Why is that important? Because listen, the individual price action will come after the pattern completion. So that helps to define that 3 to 5 window of exactly where the turnaround will start. We'll look at that more. I think it's important to focus in on that. Yeah, Hut, getting back to the miners. Hut, I haven't looked at that in a while. That's a beautiful base formation on the weekly. Daily, anything down here? A couple of patterns right around 8. There you go. Not bad. And that's a little better. I mean, Riot had a similar situation. It just didn't move. Didn't move. Oh, here's one I mentioned to my folks recently. Marriott, guys, another trending continuation. I like this one because there's your dot. And now we're breaking out of that downtrend like there. 237, and the 4-hour looks like this. Where's my shark? Come on, shark. There you are. Good sharky. So I like Marriott and go back at least 245, maybe as high as target 2. Shark to 50 always as the minimum. Someone asked me, why can't we put the 50 on the 50 patterns on TradingView? It came down to literally a space limitation. We have so many things packed into this pattern finder. We had to drop the 50 pattern to get it all, the rest of it to fit. But you can just use the shark off of the terminal and use target 1. That is a 50. And the first move, type 1, off of the shark is to go to the 50, not a 382. Be aware of that. But I like that. A lot of these are doing well. Oh, hey, quick question. Someone said to me about how's the screen resolution? For some reason, I guess I'm on 780. And someone asked me to change it to 10 or 720. And I don't know if that's my maximum screen resolution, but let me know. Chewy. 4-hour pattern is a shark. Wasn't this something down here? It escapes me. Yeah, kind of a big pattern retest. I'm not a fan of these low floaters though. Look, this is another one going the wrong way. That's what Chewy is, this crazy bat pattern. I remember this. But I think I was looking at this a couple of years ago at 30 and it failed. Could be a turnaround play. I just think there are better trending situations to be looking at the moment. Here's another one. Dexcom, okay? Looking right here. Why? There's a check back on the weekly. That's 113, and then daily is a beautiful pattern. Pattern here, 116 XA level. Your yellow dot is at 114. 114, what's exactly is 115. Trading 114, okay? I like this thing. Here is a great pattern situation. HSI confirmation, yellow dot. Now there's the retest. For me, today's day 1 of that whole opportunity. Day 1 to even consider it. I'll look somewhere in that 113 area. And there's a few things. I mean, I like that setup, especially with the weekly. It could be something that hits this week and doesn't start until next week, but I'm okay with that. Higher res would be golden. All right. I'll have to fix that for next time. I definitely, I'm trying to tweak the layout so that it's better. So you guys, any suggestions, I'm totally open to hear of how it looks on your side. Jeffrey, Tilray, and the whole cannabis crew. It's another one. It's another low floater. They pop off. Now, Tilray is probably a lottery ticket. It's a type 2 shark. We're going to get some dots really soon. I don't know why we should have a dot right here. Maybe it's on top of that one. Around 174. Yeah, but the problem is, okay, the regulation on this is a mess. The regulation is set up where it's driving these guys out of business. But Tilray, pattern-wise, the thing I can offer is that if you were to go on that and it pops off and it doubles, that's probably it. You're probably not going to do much because there's the weekly, and look at it's another difference in this market, right? It had its heyday when they thought, they thought Biden was going to legalize like day one. No, he doesn't really want to do anything like that. And this low floating, you could be stuck there for a long time. Meanwhile, Nvidia made, new highs again, day over day. That's the difference. And when the market's going up and you have positions that are not doing anything, that becomes a frustrating proposition. So, I like the ideas here, that of a sector that could take off, but it's not happening yet. And I draw your attention back to the roaring kitty, GME. So now I figured out, I thought he had like hundreds of millions of dollars all in options. No, that's not the case. Apparently he has 5 million shares, which makes up for 100 million or something of his position. And then apparently I think he does have 100 million plus option position. But is there anything here for GME right now? No. The last thing we had was a yellow dot, which was spot on around 22, 21. And then you go to the 4 hour, go to the hourly, looks like this. And so if we're looking for GME, like if something's really going to happen with this thing, okay, there's the type 2. And that's at $21. So a lot of people have asked me about GME, and what I would say is if you're going to trade it and you get a pop-off move, it's a one-day event. That's pretty much what you're dealing with. This one, XA level at 21 back in just the end of May. That's amazing. Pops off, comes back. Give me the type 2. That's $6 lower. 6 lower before I would even touch it. Can something, I don't know, these guys are talking valuation. Can something larger happen? I mean, where it really takes off? Maybe. But I think we have some work to do. We need to settle in here, retest, fill gaps. Look, you do have this crab pattern back at 21 as well. So even though traded as low as 10, the real number is 21. Let me look at the weekly. I mean, that is the pinnacle example of these pop-off moves, and that's it. I mean, look, massive crazy move, and then you grind it down for 3 years. Crazy move, grind it down. Maybe not 3 years, but I need to see something else. So just put that to bed. Not worth it. Even if it does, I wish that guy all the success. Hope he becomes a multi-billionaire, and he can have more than one cat in the house. But I think stuff like what we saw, if it's that or Tesla, Tesla versus Apple, or check out Airbnb. It's another one. Weekly oversold. Dailies like this. Where's the daily? No, sorry, it wasn't Airbnb. My fault. It was Uber. Uber, Airbnb, get them all the same. We were looking at Uber, right? Remember that? It was a T2 at 64. Another one where you're a retracement pattern in an uptrend. I'm looking for this to continue. So even if we come back to 68, it's probably another buy. I don't expect this stuff to stay much longer up here. We should get going. And remember, everything we're talking about comes down to earnings in the next 6 to 8 weeks. It's going to be the biggest window of the whole year. It has yet to come. We're about to get into another October, November, December time period. We're already started it. June and July into August. This is what this is what we have meant by election year manipulation. Friendly Fed for the election year. That's it. This is it. And you're a few more months into it. Ride it. Stick with it. Be aware of it. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, Justin, on the cannabis. I'm not crazy about I think the cannabis thing is just, it had its opportunity a couple years ago, and they basically set it up to fail. And it shows in the charts. Again, this type of market is a mega cap tech taking over the rest of the world that they don't already own. You got to go with it. I mean, there's a lot of others I'll get to next time. I want to talk some more biotech next time too, because that's the other area. Talk about takeover that's happening. Before I get out of here, guys, let's quick peek at gold, silver, interest rates. Gold's down again, and we know that. And that's all part of our plan here to let gold do what it's going to do. Couple of patterns up here. Let it come in. Your 2300. Hey, if we get to 2132 area, for me, that's the next spot in this uptrend. Need a healthy pullback on here. Healthy. So nowhere, nothing here yet on gold for your next place. And we talked about the 2400. That's a big 1618. That stuff matters. There you go. Just so you guys can recall. Oh, and it's a butterfly. Interesting. Butterfly at 24. So that even makes more sense. Look, the 1618, we're talking multi-year extension is up there. Oh, come on, what's going on with this? No, my fault. This is the 1618. It's the last stitch down. The multi-year 1618 is higher. It's like 2700. But either way, 2400, we're dealing with the butterfly. Let's call it 2200. You're 23. There's nothing long right now. But it's got to come in a little bit lower. Now, that's not necessarily what you want to see in terms of dollar futures, because that's the other story behind the Bitcoin frustration is you have a stubborn dollar, folks. Stubborn dollar weekly has decided to turn back up this week. And we're really looking for 1 and 2 and 3 dots to cap this situation. And we have to look at this. We're going to have to really continue to come back to the dollar chart. We do have patterns here. And what is a little surprising is that you formed back-to-back shark patterns. So we were talking about this, I don't know, a month ago or so, looking for the 102 level. What happened? You formed the shark, a bullish shark, before target 1. That's strong. That's stronger than I'd like to see. So we could be between here and 105 for a while. You're not rolling over. You're not breaking down. We didn't even get a shark to 5.0. So this whole zone's valid. And I will be updating as we go ahead, as we go along, because you need dollar to roll over. That's it. It's that simple. And I would even, dare I say, look, you have to have some kind of bearish reading, HSI, amplified. No, this is just turned around. Literally the last 4 or 5 sessions, you have been able to turn this around. Stop going down and, oh, okay, looks like we want to come back up. That's going to put some pressure on the likes of Bitcoin. Another reason why I don't think Bitcoin's going to make the run yet. I want to see a dollar collapse. And if you go back, hold on. There's 2020. That was the dollar collapse that set it on fire, that set Bitcoin on fire. It was a massive collapse. You need to see the same kind of a deal. We went from 100 all the way down to 86 on the dollar index. I would look for this dollar index, pause, top out, 105.50, 106, and then retest the bat pattern at 96. That's the kind of move you need to see for Bitcoin to rocket. But Bitcoin's not doing it yet. Monthly chart, probably another good one to look at. Monthly charts like this. Still up. Still haven't broken a 3-bar trend in a long time. So I'm watching it. I'm not afraid of it. It's just, it's not going to bring us the big moon phase just yet until dollar index can change. And we'll watch gold. Watch gold. You know, that explains part of the movement. But it's going to be like that. Listen, join me on the 21st, okay? Get over to harmonictrader.com. Get your free trial to TradingView, HPC. TradingView, send your TradingView username to hpc at sr-analyst.com. And hey, let's give away your choice of a signed book, gold membership, which includes software, to the next person that types in gold, G-O-L-D. And you'll have to send me an email, and I'll set you up and get access to not only that, but our webinar on the 21st. Thank you. Appreciate that, David. Hawk, great to see you again today. Thank you. Anybody wants the gold? Hey, Mr. Parsad, you win. I think you've won before, but that's okay. Email me at Harmonic Trader, Parsad. I'll set you up. Okay, we'll do more next week. But that's it for today. Thanks, folks. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you on Tuesday.